Alright, hello. My name is Ben, also known as the Warlock V. I ended rank 1 Warlock last wipe. Here's a picture from the middle of the wipe right here, where I was rank 1 every category. I stopped playing right around here until the last day when I was contested by some people and ended up getting to rank 1 Killer Outlaw. So I'm just going to make a quick, simple guide. Those are my credentials. In terms of perks, bread and butter. You always have to be running Torture Mastery. It's what enables your whole kit to work. You need to be able to heal, or else you can't stack magical healing, which is what makes the kit really fun. Next, I take Malice. After you take Malice, you're going to want to take Dark Reflection, so you can have the reflection damage. So if you take damage, they're taking some. And then finally, you're going to be taking Anti-Magic. Just to add a little bit more tankiness to yourself. Wizards are going to have a little bit of a harder time killing you, and you can just go spell for spell with them, and you can heal up as well. Now, we're going to go over the perks that we didn't take. Dark Enhancement. This is broken, I'm 90% sure, at least that's what I've heard, so I don't run it, and I haven't noticed a difference ever since I've taken it off, so I'm pretty sure it's broken. And then these two just kind of suck. You don't want to lower your damage, and this is just very difficult to use or make it be effective. Next, we're going to be going over the skills. As a baseline, when you're first playing Warlock, I recommend take Phantomize and Spell Memory. This is a very safe combo that you could run. Phantomize gives you a lot of safety. You can run away if you're ever in a bad situation. You can run through mobs. You can run through mobs into a portal, run through people to get past them. And it's very fun to play with as well. Now, the one thing I will mention is that it does lower your magic damage reduction. So if there's a wizard with Chain Lightning, somebody like getting ready to just throw like an Earthquake, you will take a lot of damage from that. So you have to be a little bit more cautious about that, but outside of that, you take no physical damage, so you will be okay. The next build I would recommend after that is Blow a Corruption with spells. Here is where I would recommend going Falchion Crystal Ball. It is a very fun combo, and it can lead to some crazy things happening too. If you come and take a peek at this, we were actually fighting versus H2's team in Bartley, and we held them for about maybe like 6 minutes. And in the end, when they finally did decide to push us, you see H2 instantly got half HP from the Blow of Corruption, and because of the anti-heal, you could see his HP only healed around a quarter. So the anti-heal actually goes really crazy. And because of that, this is back when Din was a thing, by the way. We were able to win the fight because he just couldn't receive any heals, and we just were able to receive heals, and we just won the fight. Now, I'm going to be the final thing. You could go Blow Corruption Phantomize, but I think this sucks. I think it's very one-dimensional if you do it in team comp 3v3, which is what I mainly play. It's very easy to tech. They'll run away, or their frontline will be ready to tank it, and even if you do get the pick, you'll die immediately afterwards because you won't have the movement speed to get out, and you'll just be screwed because you'll get slowed from people hitting you. Next, I'm going to go over the spells really quickly. First, we're going to go over Curse of Pain. I mean, it's what your whole kit is based around. You're going to do some damage, and then you're also going to be doing a damage over time effect over 8 seconds, and you'll start healing off of this when you run Torture Mastery. Very similar to this is Power of Sacrifice. Whatever target you do will gain 15 strength, but they'll lose 3 health per second over 12 seconds. You can double stack these and do double damage, and it'll also apply the double healing effect, which is what you're almost always going to want to be doing, especially if you're playing Spellcasting Warlock, where you're playing for range, so even though they're gaining the strength, they're losing HP and they can't even hit you. If you are playing Blow of Corruption Falchion, I don't recommend doing this on the melee target, because then he will be hitting you very, very hard. If you want, you can also cast this on yourself if you're running Falchion Crystal Ball, just so you're doing that little bit extra damage as well. Next, I'm going to be going over Hellfire. This is the best PvE killer in the game. I will argue with anybody about it. You go to like a cheese spot or anything, you can not one tap, but you can kill almost anything in like 2 to 3 Hellfires. And yeah, because of this one spell, you can literally go High Roller Hell and solo rat it with nothing but like base gear. You literally don't even need a spell book. You could do it with a base magic staff, and I have done it with a base magic staff in the past. I can make more videos in the future about how to rat as Warlock, how to do all these things as Warlock, if you guys would want me to. Final spell I'm going to go over is Curse of Weakness, and I think Apollo mentioned this. It's in the name. It's kind of weak. I have used it a lot while killing enemies just to make them a little like squishier, but I think it is very not good. Once more spells are introduced to Warlock, I definitely will be taking this off, and I don't see the value from this instead of just doing an extra bit of damage with my Curse of Pain. Finally, I'm going to be going over some team comps that you can play with Warlock. I don't have any clips with these at the moment, but I can gather some and make another video about that if you guys really want me to. The team comp that I believe would be the best is Wizard, Bard, Warlock. The reason for this is whenever Warlock uses a spell like Hellfire, his health is going to be reverted to gray health. So he could be spamming a doorway or spamming a choke with Hellfire, and a Bard could just be tranquilitying him. They can't push. If people try to push, you'll also have your Wizard to just like do your Wizard can also gain spells from Bard, so he benefits from that as well. You can also run similarly with that same idea, Cleric, Bard, Warlock, where it's a very similar thing. Cleric against spells, he can Earthquake, he can Divine Strike, make it even harder for them to push, and you'll be kind of like the DPS in that point. You can also run Ranger, Bard, Warlock. I mean, you're noticing a trend. It's just Bard, Warlock, very good synergy. And the final one that I would recommend that isn't with a Bard is Fighter, Warlock, Cleric. I think it's very good to just have a good front line. You could change that Fighter to a Barb as well if he wants to be the front line. But I think Fighter is just much tankier, and it gives you a lot more room to be able to do your work. And the Fighter also has more opportunities to get out using Sprint and whatnot. And he lives even longer with Second Wind. But yeah, I think that's just a basic guide to Warlock. Very simple. You can play to Rat. You can go ham, like killing people with all your magical healing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're looking for stat priority, you're going to want to go will to around 40, knowledge around the same. And then you always want to stack magical damage, magical healing. In my experience, anywhere from 3+ is plenty. If you go crazy above and beyond, like 15, you'll have a lot more fun, but you're going to be losing out on a lot of damage, unless you just have like a crazy biscuit. But yeah, outside of that, I love stacking knowledge, because your cast time is really slow on Warlock, and you can make that go very fast when you start stacking knowledge. But yeah, that's going to be all. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want anything, stop by my stream, twitch.tv/thebenisv. It'll be in the description. You can ask me any questions. I'll be happy to answer. And yeah, if you guys want to make any more videos, comment down below and let me know. See ya.